Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood therapist. And listen, I know I was supposed to post day 12 in our series for Black History Month last night, but after I recorded day 11, edited it, and put it out, I promise y'all I fell asleep. Lord, I be tired. I fell asleep. I woke up this morning with my phone on my chest to take the kids to school pretty much. So we gonna get through. We gonna catch up. Right now you are getting day 12 in our series of lesser known facts and lesser known people of the culture for Black History Month. And at some point today, you will get day 13 and we will be all caught up. Now, that being said, no shirt check right now. I just got on my hoodie because, Lord, let's get it together. Let's get ourselves together. All right, so I really contemplated what I wanted to do for day 12. And granted, the series is lesser known facts and people, but I really want to give y'all some facts about hip hop. Given the performance that Kendrick Lamar did for halftime on Sunday, I really want to give y'all some background to hip hop. Now, these are common knowledge facts to those of us who actually love hip hop, but that's not everybody. And I think some people genuinely want to know more. Now, there are those who are just evil, racist, hateful folks who could care less. But for those of you who actually want to know more, pay attention. Let's get into it. All right, so 20 facts about hip hop that will give you a better understanding of the music and the movement. One, hip hop is a genre of music that was created by Afro American and Latino youth in the South Bronx, New York City in the 1970s. Two, hip hop combines elements of rhythm and blues, jazz, funk, and soul. And I will go further to say spoken word, poetry, those type of elements, okay? Three, the first rapper is believed to be DJ Kool Herc, also known as the founder of hip hop music. Four, the first hip hop record was released in 1979. Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang was considered the first hip hop record. Pay attention to that. That was the first commercial hip hop record. There were likely other songs before that, but that was the first one that was put on wax and sold, commercialized, okay? Five, hip hop music is often characterized by its lyrical content, which often deals with topics such as poverty, violence, and racism. Six, the early hip hop movement was heavily influenced by elements of Jamaican music, including reggae and dub. DJs would play records at dance clubs, and MCs would rap over the music, often improvising their lyrics. Seven, hip hop culture is often associated with rap music, breakdancing, and graffiti art. Eight, hip hop dance is a style of dance that developed alongside the music. Dancers often perform in crews or battles, which are competitions between groups of dancers. Nine, the hip hop dancing style called B-boy emerged in the early 1980s. It's characterized by its flashy acrobatic moves and its focus on headspins and freeze frames. B-boy dancing has been featured prominently in many hip hop music videos and films, and it remains an important part of hip hop culture today. What it is not is what y'all saw during them Olympics, okay? What that little girl from Australia did, that ain't, no. Mm-mm. 10. One of the key features of hip hop music is the use of sampling, where snippets of other songs are reused in a new context. This can create a sense of community and belonging among listeners as well as a sense of nostalgia. So, for example, when you hear Luther, the song that Kendrick Lamar performed with SZA on Sunday, that samples If This World Were Mine by Luther Vandross. Doing something like that allows for generations in the past to feel connected to the music now. I know growing up, when my mama would hear a song on the radio and I would sit there believing it was brand new, she'd be like, honey, let me play you the song that they got that from. Let me play you the music, the original. But she still felt a connection to it because it was like, no, they didn't. I know that song, even though it's a new song. So it's a way to kind of bridge the generations too. Number 11, sampling is also used to create new sounds, which can make hip hop music sound fresh and exciting. So interpolating the music versus flat out sampling it where it sounds the exact same. Now, if you want a good example of that, you can go listen to things produced by Timberland. He does it all the time. You will listen to it and you won't know what that is, but you feel some like familiarity with it. He's taking from older songs, but he's doing the sound in such a way that you don't immediately catch it. 12. There are many different subgenres of hip hop, including trap, gangster rap, and conscious rap. So, an example of a trap artist that you could listen to would be T.I. An example of gangster rap that you could listen to would be like NWA or Old Ice T. An example of conscious rap that you can listen to would absolutely be Kendrick Lamar or Common, Rhapsody. Those are your conscious rappers. 13. Some of the most popular hip hop musicians include Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Nas. These are your, if you are talking about hip hop, those are the artists that are going to be mentioned. Now, it's another person on that list, and I refuse. I'm not, I'm not including him in that. I don't care what anybody got to say. Take a guess at who it is and let me know in the comments. Anyway, the top three most streamed hip hop songs on Spotify's top 100 greatest hip hop songs are currently All Right by Kendrick Lamar, Bodak Yellow by Cardi B, and God's Plan by that other person. I'm biased, y'all. It is what it is. It happens in hip hop all the time. 15. In 2021, 38% of all Spotify streams were hip hop, making it one of the most popular and successful music genres on the streaming site. 16. The fastest rapper in the world is American rapper Twista, who can rap at a rate of 11.2 syllables per second. Now, listen, if you want to listen to some fast rappers, Twista, Bone Thugs and Harmony, those are going to be your go-tos, okay? Number 17, on the other hand, mumble rap is a style of rap music that is characterized by its unintelligible lyrics. The term was coined in the 2010s and the style became popularized by artists such as Lil Yachty, Designer, Migos. So, if you want to listen and not really understand the lyrics off the bat, mumble rap is your go to. 18. One of the most iconic figures in hip hop is the late rapper Notorious B.I.G., who is best known for his album Ready to Die, featuring famous rap songs like Juicy and Gimme the Loot. Juicy is a sample of a much older song, so there's another example of that. Number 19, Lil Wayne is a popular American rapper who was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. He rose to fame in the mid 2000s with his album The Carter 3, which won him multiple Grammy Awards. And 20, Tupac Shakur was one of the most famous rappers of the 1990s. He was born in New York City in 1971 and raised in Los Angeles, California. He began his career as a member of the rap group Digital Underground before going solo in 1991. His albums All Eyes on Me and Me Against the World were both certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America. So, those are just 20 fast facts. The last few were very random ones, but very much important. Now, just some real quick information that I want to add on so that you know a little bit more. There are four foundational elements that characterize hip hop culture, and the original four main pillars were DJing or turntablism, MCing or rapping, b-boying or breakdancing, and visual graffiti art. The intersection of those four elements generated a cultural revolution that rapidly spread across the globe. This global influence of hip hop culture has shaped music styles, fashion, technology, art, entertainment, language, dance, education, politics, media, and more. To this day, hip hop continues to be a global phenomenon, developing new art forms that impact the lives of new and old generations. Now, other hip hop pioneers, aside from the father of hip hop, DJ Kool Herc, would be African Bambaataa and Grandmaster Flash. Those particular three innovators are known as the Holy Trinity of hip hop. Don't come on here telling me nothing about blasphemy. It's just a title, okay? Okay. Now, the golden era of hip hop is considered to be the mid 1980s to the early 1990s. This is the time hip hop spread across the country in full force. It brought an era that significantly transformed hip hop culture. Many characterize this turning point by its explosion of diversity, influence, stylistic innovation, and mainstream success. Hip hop was one of those things that was sacred to a core group, and it was very much considered an underground thing, considered that thing that those kids in New York were doing. But then once it hit mainstream in the mid 80s, that changed the game. All right. This is when record labels started to recognize the genre as an emerging trend and invested a lot of money into the movement. This is when you get industry hip hop versus the heart and core of hip hop. This is why you get people from old school hip hop who really don't like the direction that hip hop has gone in. Like we want it to be successful. We want people to be successful. Like that's fine. But what we don't want is to lose the essence of what it is. And a lot of times folks feel like the essence has been lost because it's been industrialized. Whenever you take something from underground and you bring it to the surface, then people want to turn it into whatever they want to turn it into to make the most money. That's where you get terms now like industry plants. People put into hip hop just to make money. They don't respect it, they don't respect the culture, they don't truly love it. It's just something that they're good at and know that they can make money off of, and that's problematic. So, what began as a local movement intended to provide a safe haven for African American and Puerto Rican youth in New York City has now become a global phenomenon. To this day, hip hop continues to be a dominant force influencing the culture around the world. And many of us, our issue is we are fine with you appreciating that culture. We are fine with sharing that culture. What we are not fine with is appropriating that culture, being culture vultures, being colonizers of that culture, or pretending as if anyone outside of those who created it could ever be the greatest. That's my little interjection. You don't have to agree. But on any note, I'll end with a really wonderful quote that was said by the legendary KRS-One. Rap is something you do. Hip hop is something you live. A lot of folks can rap. A lot of folks could put pen to paper and write down some lyrics because all it is poetry. So if you're a good writer, you're a good poet, you maybe could be a rapper. But that's a technicality. That's not the heart and soul of it. You either live hip hop or you don't. All right, y'all. I hope y'all learned something from this. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of the day, and I will be back with day 13 in our series a little bit later.